probably an 8-9 pounder. Another nice fish right there, guys. Let me turn my music off. It's pretty cool. You can see the way they choke it on Carolina rig. Fantastic presentation for the dog days of summer. Kind of turn things back around whenever that Texas rig or whatever it is you're throwing starts to, when that bite starts to die on you a little bit. Good 3-pound fish right there. No giant, but we love them all. Nice fish right here, guys. Another one for the Carolina rig. Tell you what, these fish out here are in incredible health to be middle of August. It's hot, 90-degree lake water out here, and fish are all in really good shape. I like seeing it. Turned off the cameras, guys, because it got slow out here, but man, we got us a good one on the Carolina rig. On the CPF Lure Stickler Pro. Oh, my favorite color, Carbon 360. Beautiful fish. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. You'll see that? You guys need to stop using piercing cull tags. Guess maybe we'll leave the camera running now. I don't know. What do y'all think? It was really slow when I got out here. Of course, I got out here late. Had some things to take care of this morning. And decided I'd come do some fishing. Deadly this time of year. Stickler Pro Carbon 360. Alright guys, so real quick, I want to run you guys through my Carolina rig setup and how I like to tie it. First thing you want to do is you're going to grab your go-to Carolina rig rod, whatever that's going to be. Now this Carolina rig that I'm going to show you is going to be for shallow water, kind of, you know, heavy cover application. This particular Carolina rig that I'm going to tie is not particularly suited for deep water or areas where you're going to have a lot of current. This is going to be just like what you watched in the video. It's out there on a grass flat on Lake Cypress. It's 4 to 5 foot deep, and we had some hydrilla growing off the bottom. Now the rod that I like to use is a Dobyns Champion Extreme. This is a 784. This is an old rod right here. This is back when Mike Long was with them. A lot of you guys know the story behind Mike Long. He's not representing anybody anymore. But that's a fantastic rod for a Carolina rig. It's got the length you need to make a good long cast with a long rig, and it's got just the right amount of action and tip for a good hook set, but it's not too much, and you know, it's not too little. That's that 784. If you guys are in the market for a good Carolina rig, check out Dobyns and their Extreme line and look at that 784. It's a good rig. This is a simple rig. You're only going to need a few things. You need a weight. You're going to need a couple of beads. You'll need a swivel, of course. And the reason we want a swivel is because we're going to be tying a monofilament leader to that swivel on the other end. Now my go-to leader material for Carolina rig is Berkley Trilene Big Game, and I like 20-pound test. 20-pound test is not too heavy. It withstands a lot of hook sets and a lot of abuse. It's very strong. You're going to need a good offset worm hook. The ones that I like right now are made by BKK. This is the Nemesis series, I believe. And that's 4/0 hook. It's got a great bite to it. It's got a real deep throat. And you know, it's pretty lightweight, and it's got that smooth coating on it. So far, they've been a great hook for me. So, the first thing you guys are gonna wanna do, okay, because we're tying a leader to a swivel. Now the swivel that I use is made by Spro, and it's a really neat little swivel. It's a smooth swivel. It's not your typical barrel swivel, but I like these swivels a lot. But because I tie a polymer knot on everything, you're gonna want to tie your leader to the swivel first. Just a basic polymer knot. Pass the swivel through our loop. Now we're gonna make sure we moisten the knot. That way we don't burn the line. All right, so now we've tied our leader material to our swivel. If you're gonna be tying a polymer knot like I do, it's key that you tie that leader on there first. All right, so now I'm gonna set that off to the side and we'll come back to that. Now I'm gonna take my fluorocarbon. I'm gonna put my weight of choice for this application on here, which really lightweight. That's a 3/8 ounce Gambler, and it's a brass weight. It's not tungsten, but it's a rattling weight. It's got weights, or it's got rattles built into it. So I've put that on my fluorocarbon. Now I'm going to add a couple of beads. You can use any color you want. Color doesn't seem to make a difference. I like these gold ones. I think these are made by Lindy. And I put 2 of them on there. Now, the beads, although they do rattle and they make noise down there, which helps attract fish, the beads are really there essentially to protect the knot. Because as that weight slides up and down the line through casting and fishing this Carolina rig, it's banging against that knot on that swivel. And it'll tear that swivel or that knot up. So now that we've got our leader tied to our swivel, we've got our weight and our couple of beads onto our fluorocarbon mainline. Now I'm going to polymer knot my fluorocarbon mainline to the swivel. And it's just the same process all over again. You just pass your leader material and everything right through your loop. Make sure you moisten it, especially on the fluorocarbon side. It's very easy to burn fluoro. That's really, really strong connection. Find my little scissors here, cut that tag end off. I always leave just a little bit for settling purposes. But now we've got our weight and our beads to our swivel. Now we've got our monofilament leader on the other end of our swivel. So now I'm going to take roughly about 2 feet of that leader, and I'm going to polymer knot our worm hook on there. Again, it's a really easy knot to tie. Pass my hook through there, cinch that down. And that connection is not going anywhere. Then the next step, grab your favorite Carolina rig bait. Mine just so happens to be that stickler from CPF Lures. It's got nice subtle action in the water. Rig that guy nice and weedless like. To expose the hook. That looks like crap. Let's do that again. And that's it, guys. Weight, couple beads. Spro swivel. Couple feet of 20-pound Berkley big game monofilament leader. Offset hook. Stickler. You're good to go. Like I said, it's not the rig if you're going to be fishing this Carolina rig in really deep water, or if you're fishing around some rocks, or say you're dragging up a ledge or something like that. When I get into that kind of an application, I'll actually change things up a little bit. I actually go to something like one of these tungsten barrel weights. A little heavier, a little bit smaller design. A little bit greater feel, but it gets to the bottom faster. But when I'm fishing that Carolina rig in shallow, weedy conditions, I really like that little bit lighter, finessier approach. You know, anytime you're fishing your soft plastic weightless or super lightweight, no matter how tough it is, you're gonna get a few more bites like that. The more weight that you add to your soft plastics, the more it takes away from its natural ability to, you know, do its thing in the water. When the fish are really aggressive, you know, that sort of stuff doesn't really seem to matter. But whenever they're really pressured, or if you're under high barometric pressure, or it's really hot and they're getting lethargic, or maybe even it's the dead of winter, whatever the case may be, if you're fishing for some a little bit tougher to catch fish, that lightweight Carolina rig probably pick you up a few bites, and just like you guys saw in the video, might catch you a giant too. Hope this helps you guys out. See you all on the next one.